Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and thank you so much for joining me here. Today on the 17th of October of 2023, it is a Tuesday. It is a day of business. It is a day when the moon is finishing up through its transit of Scorpio. A Scorpio moon is never an easy moon. We know it can get very dark, very deep, very much about fears, the subconscious. But we know that the moon transits through a certain sign quite quickly, every 2.5 days roughly. So tomorrow things will be a little bit different as the moon is going to ingress into Sagittarius. How did you go with the eclipse? How did you go with that new moon in Libra, the solar eclipse? I'd love to hear your comments. Happy birthday, dear Libra. Okay, so the moon is in Scorpio. Once it goes around Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries, it's going to ingress into Taurus when we're going to have a lunar eclipse on the 28th of the month. So we could talk so much about that because it's going to be a very important eclipse, which will close off the round of eclipses that were happening on the axis Taurus Scorpios. But we could talk astrology, but let's look at what's going on with the psychic tarot for the heart. We've got move and we've got Cancer. So emotional movement, moving from one relationship to another, making choices, having aligned with the energies, taking charge. There's movement and there's change. The movement can be literal, it could be metaphorical. Remember, this is the card of the Chariot, which is ruled by the moon. The moon. Let's see what the messenger brings us. What are the relevant messages, dear Spirit? Thank you for your guidance. So we are reading energetically, so whenever you receive this message, then I suppose it would be more important for you personally. We've got a King of Pentacles, Taurus, a Virgo, Capricorn, more Taurus, Seven of Pentacles, High Priestess. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, Eight of Wands, Five of Wands. So we do have some fire. Some fiery energy where there were more stuck energies, more about needing to trust our intuition. The High Priestess, always very much about wisdom, that higher wisdom. Now, pertaining to messages, foreign travel, things getting unstuck, there's conflict here. There could be internal conflict, could be conflict within a group of people, a family, colleagues, so a work situation. What is the possible outcome? We've got the King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Interesting. What's at the bottom of the deck? We've got the Ace of Cups, everyone. So this is a new possible. It could be, yes, it could be a partnership. It could be a love connection. It could be a same-sex relationship. It could be two siblings that have been at odds with each other, maybe pertaining to their beliefs. Okay, I usually do see the King of Cups as more, of course, more the Scorpio energy. So where Scorpio, Taurus we've got here, I do believe it's got to do with the eclipses, with the eclipse ahead of us. Now we're in the window of, the portal from one eclipse to the other eclipse. So they're 2 weeks apart, obviously. First eclipse, the solar eclipse, was about relationships, equality, justice. Okay, now the next lunar eclipse, which is like a full moon. Something is culminating and ending, completing. It does speak to our values, self-worth, things to do with our security, financial, emotional. Okay, so self-worth, a feel-good energy. Remember that Taurus is the money that we own. It's our securities, emotionally, physically, anything to do with the land, property. And Scorpio opposite is what comes from other sources, from a partner, from other people. And of course, Scorpio is all about a death and a metamorphosis. Let's see how the astrology helps or hinders. See, South Node and life's debts. South Node, things to do with the past will be coming through, especially with that eclipse, that solar eclipse, the new moon on the South Node. And of course, it's all about Libra, right? Libra and Aries, us versus me. And the sun is now on the South Node. The sun could speak to clarity, could speak to healing, ego, our spirit, happiness. But has there been happiness within relationships? There will be news, information, communication, as Mercury is very close to the sun. Mercury too will pass over that South Node. But there'll be a conjunction as, you know, Mercury the messenger, whoever is bringing you those messages. The messages could also be from our higher self, what we perceive to be true, fair and just, pertaining to happiness. Mercury's going to cazimi with the sun. So it'll be like inside information, whether it's coming from the sky, from your higher self, from some other person where they were keeping possibly to themselves, keeping information to themselves, fearing being open. Remember that the moon is in Scorpio, and the moon in Scorpio is, you know, I fear opening up. Okay, so someone's dealing with the South Node. This is the collective South Node, right? So we're all dealing with past issues. Could be relationships of all types, partnerships, business, family, friendships, and love. But this is what the Chariot is showing us here, and also with the Ace of Cups, that there are possibilities, potential here for a new beginning, an offer, an opportunity, right? We see the cup in the king's hands here, and we know that he's a king, so therefore emotionally, maybe he's come from being at an imbalance emotionally to dealing, being possibly also, I mean, it's fate. Fate is playing out. Someone has been forced emotionally to look at a situation, forced to look within, forced to look without. Okay, let's see what's beneath this Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Check this out. Justice. Justice is, of course, it's karma. It's karma dharma. We've got a King of Pentacles and a King of Cups. So the potential, these could be two different people. For some of you, yes. Or it's just saying now that something that was much more about the mundane is becoming more emotional, or something that was promised, an opportunity pertaining to something long-term. Is it a project? Is it a new home? Is it an offer? Let's move in together. It's like we've got earth and water, a lot of nurturing yin energy. Yin is all about nurturing, being very motherly, but also being open to receive. So if we look at this as the same offer, the same person, we see that this King of Pentacles was stuck, possibly trying to use their intuition, maybe even seeking advice from an external source, another person, some teacher, some guru, about movement, about moving forward, about changes, because we do see Earth, there's stuck energies with the King of Pentacles. We know he's a father, but he's also very dependable. He's a boss. He's in charge financially, in the mundane, in reality. But again, we're talking about security, something being secure, So we go from earth to fire, so stuck energies to action, and then more about opening up, unlocking that door to the heart, right? And making, taking charge with the Chariot here. Obviously, this could be a house move, right? This could be a house move. This could be someone that's following their heart, someone who did have responsibilities, obligations, maybe having connected with a third party. The High Priestess could also be a third person, but also someone that's gone through an awakening, needed time, trusting in their higher self, that what their heart is telling them to do is move forward. Even though it's conflictual, internal, it's bringing conflict externally, we see that the King of Cups follows his heart, and the opportunity is here for something that was more, something that's creative, could be taking on the form of the mundane, the, reality. So again, something from the past that was possibly on offer, being, coming back and seeing this situation through a different lens, through a different perspective now, with a different, energetically, things are different now. We've got the Justice card here. Look, there was no action. Someone needed to heal, someone needed to think, someone needed to catch themselves, to look into their heart, right? Let's see what is going on pertaining to the psyche. Pride and ego. So we are more than likely talking about fixed signs. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. That's what I see in the pride and ego. Fixed signs can be very prideful. They don't change, doesn't come easily for them. This could also be someone who is quite abundant. King of Pentacles, this would be, right? Where in the mundane, they're very affluent, they're very abundant. They hold a position of power. Yes, it could be someone that's starting to connect psychically to their higher self. The pride and ego is also a very abundant card. It speaks to, a spiritual connection. It speaks to luck. It speaks to vanity, some vanity, obviously. Solitude. Very strongly the Hermit energy here. And material world. So obviously there's a lot going on pertaining to someone feeling very, I get the Nine of Pentacles energy, where someone's in their Garden of Eden, but emotionally they're feeling very lonely. So they invested more, I'm going to say, in the material world, in the mundane. But now they're sort of going through some sort of an awakening where they're seeing what is truly valuable for them in reality, right? They're needing to deal with the past. It's like a past situation or a past, returning to a past environment, or someone from their past returning, a person where that's what they're dealing with. Life's debts. Someone's needed to pay. They've needed to pay, and someone's needing to get out of their comfort zone. We've got received, so karma has been received, I would say. And there are stuck energies now. I do get strong Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, the fixed signs, as I said. A lot of earth here. And someone stuck in grief. Now, because of vanity, because of ego, there could be a distance, right, between an emotional distance between one person and another. We see the grief here. So the grief coming from a divine feminine. I get the divine masculine energy where the ego is concerned. So the divine feminine is grieving. And we also see the divine feminine having needed to turn their back So I get beliefs, you know, two people that come from different, they have different values, they hold different values. I do get that the divine feminine is more, and we see it in the High Priestess, more emotionally, psychically matured and awakened, and the divine masculine is still dealing with karma and is still stuck. So the situation is still stuck here. And as I said, money, finances have got a lot to do with the distance between a divine feminine and a divine masculine. We do see, obviously, the High Priestess and the King of Cups could be also someone that's more emotionally or psychically connected. So we do see more of a match potentially now. So even King of Cups would, remember, as the moon is transiting through Scorpio, this is not fearing looking into those dark depths, those dark, deep emotional fears at this time, right? We've got abandoned. So there's been some sort of an abandonment, no communication, not doing any work. This could speak to past abandonment issues as well, surfacing up from someone's childhood, from connected to their family. Let's see what the fortune-telling Kipper advises. We've got change and the Chariot again. We see like a chariot, nevertheless, it's an automobile, which looks like the Chariot. So this someone is potentially moving towards a privileged lady. Privileged lady speaks to abundance. She does remind me of the Empress. But also a divine feminine that's sacrificed a lot, that's been very loving. The abundance doesn't necessarily mean that she is abundant financially, but more so emotionally. But the change could also mean that for the divine feminine, her rich, emotional, esoteric self is, there's like dharma and opportunities for the abundance to become more on the physical plane. I feel that there's like a, you know, what as outside, so inside, as in our environment, so as internally. But we've still got the imprisonment, we've still got the blockages here. But the great fortune, the wheel of fortune is turning, which to me, because we've got a beautiful, absolutely beautiful aspect coming up in the next few days. We've got Venus in Virgo that, you know, is going to trine over to Jupiter in Taurus, and then she will also trine over to Uranus in Taurus. So we've got a lot of Earth, Virgo, Taurus. They connect well, right? We've got the two Benefics, Venus in Virgo, not so strong, but she's more about the little details, but she's more about security and the mundane and reality. We're talking about things based in reality now. It's not just about the dream and what we believe we deserve, so on and so forth. Venus in Virgo is Venus provides a service. She's very motherly. So this could be the time of rewards and awards and recognition. Venus in Virgo, that is trining over to Jupiter in Taurus. Taurus is the physical, the mundane, it's the earth, it's the resources, it's also a Venus-ruled sign. So they work well together. It's like passing over the baton, like teamwork here. The two Benefics, Jupiter and Venus, connecting well here. And then, of course, Venus that will connect to Uranus, sudden surprises. So from now, even though we've got a lot of challenging energies, dear friends, a lot ahead of us, October is a very difficult month. We've also got some wonderful surprises, okay? So we do see the lock here, the mouse, the blockages, the mice could speak to negative thoughts, perceptions, feeling blocked. It could be anything that's blocking. It could be something karmic. It could be obligations, restrictions, dealings with the law, someone's position, other people, many things. Let's look at the King of Cups. We've got the Artista, and that is some sort of something that's coming to light, something that's being discovered. There's great intelligence. I do see the Artista very much as the Aquarian King of Swords. Someone who wears a uniform, something to do with the law, someone breaking free from the illusion, because it is the Seven of Cups. Someone needing to look into the way they think, the way they process. It could be, the imprisonment is like a self-imprisonment for me as well. Very much like the Eight of Swords. So someone holding themselves back. It could be information, it could be gossip, it could be third parties, as the mice does speak to deficiency or an open wound. Pertaining to relationships, so unequal relationships, if I could say that. But what's interesting is that the prison here, the imprisonment, is a 29 equals an 11. So that's interesting. We've got 9, 11, 12. Then we've got an 8. 8, 9, 11, 12. 8, 9, 11, 12. But we've also got a 3 here. I don't know if these dates are important for you, but 8, 9, 11 and 12. 8, the house of Scorpio, death and transformation, sex, fears. 9, Sagittarius, our beliefs, long distance, foreigners, higher wisdom, foreign places, foreign travel. 11 is the house of Aquarius. So what is, Aquarius is the ingenious mind. It speaks to communication, possible future, breaking free, going through an awakening. It's the house of wishes and dreams. Yeah? And friendships. And 12 is Pisces, a karmic ending, secret love affair, a spiritual connection. Yes, a lot to do with spirituality. And also I said number 3. 3 is communication. Your close environment versus long distance. Perception, contracts, siblings. I don't believe that I've got a reversed Ace of Cups here. A pleasant conversation around a table, pending, I would say. Something needs to be, some sort of awakening needs to happen here. Something needs to be discovered that will bring down those blockages and open up the path towards a nice meeting, a gathering, sitting around a positive. It's a round table, so it speaks to positivity, happiness, a potential new beginning. Remember the Ace of Cups here. This could be pending. Another reverse card, domestical. What's going on here? We've got the Tower here. Some sort of a challenging awakening, 7 of Swords. Something that was hidden, something to do with lies and deception. We've got the domestical here, a lack of trust with someone that's around in your periphery. This is negative energy, but of course, the domestical is supposedly there to help. Let's take one more. You know, this is like getting out of your own way, I get. This is someone's mind holding them back. And it's the Ten of Swords, the militare, someone holding back on their fears, on something that they're going through. There's pending challenges here with the Ten of Swords, which is like a really challenging ending, or something that was really hurtful, maybe also possible betrayal, thought of betrayal. What is the Tower going to reveal? Sacerdote, the Hierophant, someone having withheld some secrets pertaining to a commitment, their family, things going on, secrecy pertaining to a marriage, someone fearing, connecting emotionally, even spiritually with another person. We do have the High Priestess. The High Priest is here. Look, falsita, falsehood, distrust, someone not trusting fully. There has been deception, there has been betrayal, there have been and there will be still issues that we're dealing with. Someone needing to release, to do the work, to get out of their comfort zone, dealing with life's debts. Something needs to be paid back. There's some karma that needs to be paid back. Let's take the Island Time Wellness. I think I'm going to take just one card today. But we've got the Great Fortune here, the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, that is going to connect to Venus. We've got talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, and hoovering. Okay, so there will be some communication. I want to take just a couple of cards here relative to the grief pertaining to this Divine Feminine. We've got a message that comes in from afar. We've got Ten of Cups and Constanza, something unchanging pertaining to someone's happiness. We've got a Gran Signore, which is someone that's going to be generous with news, someone that's at a physical distance. The Gran Signore is both King of Cups and King of Pentacles, I would say. Now, Ten of Cups could speak to an ending of a family situation. Yes. Could speak to the ending or to a restart, because Ten of Cups is the Ace of Cups. Something that ended is restarting, but through a metamorphosis. Why? Because we've got a 13. 13 with a Gran Signore. This would be like Jupiter. Jupiter and abundance and generosity, luck. We do see the Gran Signore here, and we see also the privileged lady. They belong together. But dear Spirit, what is this? Just one card on this imprisonment I want. One card on this imprisonment. What is this? This lock. Remember, this lock could also be, it's like the key that usually shows up in our readings. So finding a resolution to an open wound. It could stem from our past, from our childhood. Yes, we've got the news beneath that. So maybe deception or our perception of a dream or illusion, fears of deception. We've got loyalty here with the imprisonment and the Nine of Cups. Friendships, devotion. This could be a self-contained prison, I'm going to say. It's like someone being loyal to a path that they've forged, and even needing to do the work where life's imprisoning situations ask for work to be done, possibly also karma needing to be released, but someone being very loyal. And even a loyalty to someone could be that self-imprisoning situation. Like a promise that is blocked. and needing that, the hand of spirit and of the divine. Let's see, because remember, the wheel of fortune is like divine timing. It's like the hand of spirit. Let's see what's beneath that great fortune. We've got community. Community speaks to support. It speaks to, it's like we've got short distance, long distance here. Someone who deals with many people. Community helps, speaks to, Five of Wands, trying to build something as a group within a community. This is a support system. This could be possible rewards where someone was giving to the community, and now the hand of spirit and luck these are the rewards from the divine and spirit, or from a person. This is like recognition, support, and fated changes, fated positive changes. There's going to be a message of concern, a sudden revelation. Let's see what the move card speaks to. Number 7. Now is the time to be proactive regarding matters of the heart. If you're looking for a relationship, take the initiative to find one. Take advantage of the many ways to meet your soulmate. This card is about action, action, action. If your current relationship is not moving in the direction you wish, do whatever is required to shift the direction. You're the master of your own destiny, and that includes your relationships. Don't wait for others to make the first move or set the tone of the relationship. Take charge. Creating and sustaining a good relationship requires discipline. It's not enough to be in a relationship. You must invest in it as well. Be present in and focus on the relationship. Give every relationship the opportunity and time that it needs and deserves to flourish and grow. Now is the time to focus on your needs and the needs of your partner. Make the effort to maintain healthy boundaries for yourself and to respect the boundaries of others. This is very much the North and South nodes. North node in Aries, South node in Libra. That's why at this point, dear friends, it's all about giving and receiving, being equal. While rewarding relationships, require effort, there must be a balanced effort from both partners. Perhaps it's time to examine your relationships. Are both partners putting forth equal effort to make the relationship work? Are you comfortable with the amount of effort your relationships require of you? If any relationship feels draining or it's not worth the effort, then perhaps it's time to move on. So that's what we see energetically. Since we see a lot to do with Ace of Cups, where love is concerned, and past relationships possibly returning, or dealing with unhealthy relationships that have run their course, and now it's all about following what we desire. Let's see what's going on with the love messages. Let's take 3 cards. Just 3 cards, Spirit. Thank you. I want you in my life for today, tomorrow, and forever. You can trust me with your heart, babe. I won't ever hurt you. And I have so much on my plate. I don't know if I can offer you anything. I have been through a lot. So take the messages as they resonate for you, my dear friends. Thank you so much for joining me here today, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. As I said, we've got some positive turnarounds just ahead of us. So I'm wishing you well. The energies are very powerful because of the eclipses. Number 42 is a 6, and 6 does speak to the lovers. It also speaks to decisions pertaining to the heart, pertaining to the mind. So we've got some dilemmas here as well, pertaining to choices. But we do see that there will be sudden changes, more communication, awaited messages arrive, whether they're text calls, emails. Someone is showing interest here and there will be a lot of communication, whereas maybe before there was not. The communication, of course, can speak to someone's perceived blockages of the ability to move forward pertaining to anything that is being created, whether it's romantic relationships, whether it's creative ventures, right? Anything at all that we are creating pertaining to the heart, all right? It's a time to move. It's a time to take action. Wishing you all well. Love and light, dear friends. Talk to you soon.